Oh, really? You want to go back to college? Yeah. All right, guys, let me tell you about the first woman I want to talk about. And she's one of those diagnosed as mentally insane and acting it out the best way that she could. So the first time I see this lady, we're about to go eat dinner, so we're lining up. She's standing right across from me. She has a hat on. And I'll show you guys a video of how she used to wear that hat. She has a hat on covering her face. Her face looks really dark, and she has a jacket on. And so I kind of look at her, and it kind of caught me off guard. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, it made me a little like, it, it caught me off guard, so it made me scared. But right after that, I had a real nigga talk with myself, like, nah, we ain't about to be fearing nobody. But it did catch me off guard. I ain't gonna lie. So after that, I go. The day goes on. I'm just like, okay, that was weird, but I really don't think about it after that. Next time I see this lady, um, let's just skip. So next time I see this lady, we're getting in line again. And so she's walking to the back of the line where I'm at. And I could tell, now that I look back on it, I could tell that she really didn't need to walk all the way back there. She just wanted to be behind me. And she did this a lot in our interactions. So she wants to be right behind me. First, she attempts to cut me off and cut me in line and get right in front of me. I tell her, no, I'm in line. You got to go behind me. So she goes behind me. When she goes behind me, well, she says, okay, cool, all nice. Then she gets behind me and starts tripping out, you guys. Starts yelling on the back of my neck. And it's what really like kind of caught me off guard was that I could feel like dark energy on the back of my neck. And then something in my ear was like telling me, go ahead and move around because you don't want you don't want that energy or those demons to transfer over to you. So go ahead and move around, get out of line. So I turn around and I look at her, I try to make eye contact with her. And that's another thing about these demons. They will not make eye contact with you. They can't like when you're looking at them face to face or addressing them face to face, they can't handle it. So they'll like flee. So when I turn around and look at her, she like looks down to where she doesn't make eye contact with me. So I didn't say nothing. I just walked to the back of the line like, okay, it's one of these, just another one of these cuckoos for Cocoa Puffs. I'm gonna let it slide. So then after that, I started noticing that like at 5 o'clock in the morning, she'll be in the restroom with me at the same time. And also at 5 o'clock in the morning, she'll be sweeping right next to my bed, even though you're not supposed to do that. Her bed's nowhere near mine, and you're only supposed to sweep around you on certain days. So I'm just noticing this, and it's going on for for a few days to a week now. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm noticing too, like what she's doing is like you're trying to build fear. You're trying to make me fear you. Yeah, I was just sitting here trying to think, but I can't remember what made me report her the first time. But it was something extreme for me to actually get up and go right on the slip and make a report about her and make the guest service people go have a talk with her. So it was like something she did. And so like time continues on after they went and talked to her, she didn't mess with me for like 3 days. Then after those 3 days, she slowly starts sweeping by my bed again early in the morning and late at night and things like that. I'm just like, all right. So there was one day, so they have these little stations where you can charge your phone in a locker to where nobody can steal your phone. So I'm going to get my phone. I'm going to get my phone up out of the locker, and I'm just like do 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 get my phone. So after I get my phone, I go to turn around and walk out the room. She's standing right behind me. Like she wasn't doing like the most creepiest look. It's just like her energy was like creepy. And so I kind of like stood there and kind of watched her see if she was going to get anything out the locker. Noticed that she didn't get nothing at the locker, and that's what really just annoyed the mess out of me. So I walk out, and then the guest service person saw that my face was like annoyed and questioning what happened. So after he seen that, I just went to him and I reported her again. So I find out too that he tells me that when they act mentally insane or when they're mentally insane, they have like case managers and they get out pretty fast. So just like make this report and she should be out of here pretty soon. I was like, all right, cool. So after that, she stops tripping for like a day. Then after the day, she starts tripping up again. walking next to me, yelling little things, and sleeping by my bed early in the morning, late at night again. So I started telling my bunkmates about her, and then one of my bunkmates confronts her and is like, "Hey, you good? Like, what you doing?" And she's like, "Oh," she like switched her energy. She's like, "Oh, I'm good." That's another thing she would do. She would have like two outfits. One outfit she would be chilling, no problems. Then she would disappear, go put on this outfit that I'm going to show you guys in the video, where she had that maroon outfit on. And when she had that maroon outfit on, that's how I knew she was about to trip. So when they were asking her questions, she would act all normal and like walk away. But then when it would be me, she would start walking next to me and whispering little things, and whispering in my ear and like walking away. So when I noticed how my bunkmate addressed her and was like asking her if she's okay, and like, dressed her right to her face, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So I um it was told to me to basically pray. So I prayed over myself. I never feared going to sleep really, because I really was praying over myself, and I really believe that God keeps me safe. And God can change anybody's mind about anything. So I really be feeling like I'm good. But I also noticed too that I would have to like confront her face to face, like, "Hey, you good? What's up?" Like, I didn't want to have to do anything like physical with her or take it far, like any type of way like that. So I was just hoping that it didn't go to that, but thank God it didn't. So um, things like that continued on. Last thing I really want to talk about was after I had like kept confronting her and was face to face, she just kept fleeing. She kind of like left me alone or messing with me because I would just confront her right after. So there was like one night at like 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm watching this lady, and she's like she walks by my bed, then she stops. And she like stops, and then she starts doing like this crumping motion, and I'm just like, what in the heck is going on with you? Like, it's like something was just like, it literally looked like she was sitting there crumping, y'all, trying to control herself but couldn't control herself. So I peeked my head up and I'm like, "You good, Miss Benson?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And then she like walked to the door of the restroom, then walked back out and was like, "Just using the restroom? How your day going?" And so I didn't even answer her questions, because it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and play these Looney Tune games with you, but I'm gonna address what you're doing. But soon after that, she moved out. I didn't see her crazy behind ever again. But that's just one little story for y'all. Y'all, mental disorders were not mentioned in the Bible, like depression, anxiety, multiple personalities, bipolarness. It's not mentioned in the Bible, but the symptoms that people are being diagnosed with are mentioned in the Bible. Multiple personality disorder, having multiple personalities where there's different sides to you, extreme sides of where different people are speaking through you. That sounds like Matthew 8:28 through 34. The demons see Jesus coming through the man that's in the cave, and they start speaking to Jesus, saying, "Why are you here, Jesus? We know that you're about to deliver us out of this man." And so Jesus delivers the demons out of the man into pigs. Or we can use the example of Matthew 16 and 23, where Jesus had to rebuke Satan himself out of Peter, one of the disciples, because Peter was speaking out of terms, and you could tell that Peter was just speaking without understanding, but it was basically Satan working through him. So Jesus had to rebuke that. Another thing that I've noticed is that we as people have allowed it to become a joke or funny to basically allow ourselves to say that we got multiple personalities. I got two sides to me. And I know for me, myself, I'll be like, "I'm very, very sweet," or "I'm very, very mean," when I really need to stop speaking in that into existence, because words do truly have power. And I need to also realize that I don't have two sides to me. I'm a very kind person, period. But I do also stand on boundaries, especially when it comes to God. Another one of these disorders is that bipolar disorder, or when you'll have a friend or associate that'll just randomly switch up on you, randomly start acting funny, randomly start attacking you. And we'll just be thinking, "Oh, they were always plotting on us. This was always their intentions." But that's not always the case. When you surround yourself with lost souls, people who don't belong to God, so they belong to the devil, there's no in between, they can be used by the devil whenever. The devil can use them whenever to attack you, whether they are a nice person or a mean person. For example, Job. When Job started going through his little situation in Job 2 and 9, and I guess his wife was going through it too, because it was his wife. But he starts going through this situation, and in the midst of that situation, his wife turns to him and tells him to curse God and die. And when you really think about it, That's not her speaking, that's the devil speaking through her, because before that situation even happened, the devil went to God and asked him if he can put his hand down so the devil can put his hand against Job. So, and if he does, if God allows that, then Job will curse him. So it's the devil that wanted Job to curse God. So that's the devil speaking through his wife, telling him to curse God and die. The next one I'm going to talk about is depression. Y'all, depression is you're just far away from God. You don't know God. And so you're fearing the world, point blank, period. There's nothing big to that. Y'all, they have all these little mental disorders out here, and I see them all over the shelter, just circulating through people. So many people are diagnosed with all types of stuff. But it's really just people needing deliverance, people needing to get to know God so they can get back healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally. They don't need medication. They need God. I've been noticing that the devil is using alcohol, drugs, and mainly past events, past things that these people have been through that are extreme things, to allow them to go to these people to diagnose them as these mentally insane disorders. And how I know that it's the devil is by who they are attracted to and who they go after. Like, you guys, them people really show you that they see the light in you, and they really go after you for that. They go for us to do anything to try to attack us and throw us off track, and also try to make us seem like we're crazy, because at the end of the day, as a chosen one living in this worldly world, we are set apart. We're 100% different from these people. So they like to act like we're the crazy ones. And so the devil working through these people, even though he works through them in the craziest of ways, they'll try to convince you that you're the crazy one, which is crazy. Y'all, I said it once and I'm gonna say it again. These people do not need medication. They need God. That's why they tripping out. That's why they got all these disorders, and that's just the devil working through them. All right, you guys. There's a lot going on out here. People being weird. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.